Bellingham is the kind of a player that reminds me of a young Rooney.
We have to protect our players, yaar. These are human beings. These are not machines. आप उनको पूरे season.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Everything Sports Podcast brought to you by Blue Tick Studios. Thank you for watching, liking and subscribing. Today we have Rishabh and Javeer back with us. Rishabh, former two-time nationals player for India, and he's currently playing for Indore Travels Football Club. And we have Javeer back with us also, a former under-19 Bengaluru FC player. So guys, how's it coming back? What are you guys up to right now?
Amazing.
Where are you guys playing right now?
So there's this tournament going on, Indore City Champions League.
काफी cheesy नाम नहीं.
Also very
It's
obvious.
Indore.
Okay, ठीक है, fair.
So yeah, I'm currently playing in one of the teams, Gullet Gang.
Gullet Gang.
Yeah, Gullet Gang.
Okay, interesting names.
Yeah. But it's also one of the most hottest tournaments happening in Indore, which is ICCL.
Okay.
So it's not the first season. We are in our third season.
Oh.
And
So have you won it before?
I had my team last year. We could have won, but we had a lot of injuries, struggling with injuries. So there were 16 players in the team, and 10 of them were injured. So I had 6 players in the team for a rough stretch of 10 games, but we still managed to come fourth.
Okay.
So that was good.
So that's okay, yeah.
But this
जितना था
year,
उसके हिसाब से.
I hope. I hope.
Touch wood. Okay, and Rishabh, what are you doing currently?
So basically, I am recovering from my ACL partial tear. So last time we spoke, my surgery due tha. So now I'm recovering from it. But hopefully in the next 3 months I will be back on the pitch. And I hope is bar now because dude, it's so
frustrating.
It's so irritating. It's so irritating. On bed you have to be for 2 months, and it's not worth it, dude. It takes your whole confidence with you.
I've currently missed 4 games due to injury. I've just played 1 game, and it's so frustrating. It's huge thing for him.
Okay. So anyways, coming to the real football world and talking about Real, Bellingham, the biggest new player right now in the football world. Not new, but new for Real Madrid at least. What are your guys' opinions on Bellingham's current rise, and do you think he'll be consistently able to perform? It's just been a few months, 2 or 3 months maximum, and now do you think will he be able to perform throughout the next 2 seasons maybe?
Honestly, yeah, I think so. I think Bellingham is the kind of a player that reminds me of a young Rooney. Rooney burst onto the scene just the way Bellingham, not exactly like Rooney, because the positions were different, but I think the stage is set for him.
Okay.
And see, obviously, at one point a player has a dip, so we're going to see a dip in his form as well. But I think the class will be permanent because he's been performing. He's the catalyst for Real Madrid right now. He's too good at the moment.
But at the same time, what I feel is when you have a good team like Madrid, with the number of games Bellingham have to play for the next 2 or 3 years, because of course every time you want him in your team, right?
Yeah.
So fitness is a very big issue, and जब से number of matches बढ़े हैं yearly, तब से we can see there has been a lot of injury. So I just hope कि Bellingham को overuse now. At the same time, I think in Manchester City, Rodri, what's the midfielder main midfielder name? What's his name?
Rodri.
Yeah, Rodri. He was I cannot keep up with this. I cannot play every game, every minute, not taking rest, because it takes somewhere on your physical thing, right? So I just hope with Bellingham it doesn't happen, because injury is the only thing which keep such good players away from game, like Neymar, I mean, I think 1.5 years due to injuries, yaar.
Yeah, he's injured again now.
With an ACL.
The perfect
2 months on bed, all the best, Neymar.
Yeah, it's actually sad, man.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a good player, but then he keeps getting injured again and again.
I mean, that's
Can we
debatable.
blame the injuries though? Can we blame the injuries? I would rather say he's very indisciplined. I mean, I love Neymar, but he's never been. He's never lived up to the potential, because he's never wanted to live up to the potential.
but there was so much pressure.
But you have seen these moments ki like now
the
now
quality
he's
is
good.
there.
Yeah,
The quality
but
is there.
he couldn't like consistently bring it for a long
True.
time. That's why I'm asking ki like Bellingham के साथ भी ऐसा हो सकता है. Maybe he gets like one injury and
Yes,
then he
yes.
goes down.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but that's
Like
the thing
Neymar
about
coming to
it.
Barcelona was like the biggest player in the
Yes.
world back then.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he came there and he started performing, he won the treble and everything. Still everything was good. And as soon as he left, everything
But
went
for the
to
first 2 seasons, he lived up with the hype. Yeah, like they were winning everything. Neymar was
yeah,
consistent.
exactly.
and
He was performing when
yeah.
Messi wasn't playing. So
Yes.
that was the biggest thing for Barcelona back then.
But that's the same thing with Bellingham also, because see, you always want like player like him to be playing, especially midfield mein. But the number of games plus international games, I don't know. Like
Euro
we
2024.
Yeah.
exactly. I mean,
Even
you have
UEFA
to
is increasing their matches. no?
exactly, and that's the problem. That's the problem. But with that also comes ki they have increased the number of substitutions also. So now you can substitute 5 or 6 players
Yeah.
as compared to like
Five, yeah.
5, yeah. So as compared to 3 players. But I don't know यार उसका कितना help होगा. We have to protect our players यार, because these players, these are human beings. These are not machines. आप उनको पूरे season घसीट नहीं सकते हो यार.
But Real Madrid, given the depth of the team, I think.
I don't think they need to push one player.
Because
yeah.
they see.
This was going to be my
obviously,
next point. Ki, like team ही इतनी अच्छी है. so,
Team
like,
अच्छी है, that too, and they are dependent on Jude Bellingham a lot, but they have other players who can at times replace him. Like if Madrid is winning, let's say they're winning 3-0 in the game and it's 60 minutes, they can easily like substitute him and bring another player. They have Fede Valverde, they have Camavinga, they have Tchouameni, they have Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, two of the finest midfielders.
but
Probably
if
I have
both
no
of them
idea.
are also
Yeah.
not playing full games a lot
Yeah.
now.
No, it's not
Like,
possible for
उनके
them.
लिए भी
Because
it's like
you can't play 6 midfielders in the team anyway. Someone
I'm
has to
talking
make
about
way.
the age factor also, because those guys are now getting older, so they have to get
But
like
Chirag,
थोड़ा कम
what a
playing
like
time.
perfect combination. You have Modric, you have Kroos, experienced, you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Champions League player, and then you
Experience
have
and
young
youth-wise,
player,
it's perfect.
and then you have young players also. So now it's a perfect mix. By the time they retire,
Something that Chelsea should have done. don't
yeah,
you
of
think?
course.
No, this is actually the youth thing is really big. Like even Barcelona, yeah, I will talk about them. They've like incorporated so many young players right now
Yeah.
from La Masia.
Yeah.
And like, I think 5 players have come in the last
Yeah.
2 years or something who have been like major players. 2 of them won the youngest player award. Like Gavi and Pedri both won
Yes.
year after year. So this is, I think, very important. Even Arsenal, who has a good youth squad and everything back there, they have a good academy to train people. So that I think becomes very important in the long run for
Yeah.
these teams.
Currently, this is
Like
this
Real
is the
Madrid
case.
can just poach players, but like academy wise, it
Yeah.
becomes very important.
But in the last in quite some time उनको लगा भी है गलत भी prove हुए हैं, because like you have to spend too much money. It's like it's a very big gamble. It's
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
big gamble, and it's very easy to like आप अपने ट्रेनिंग प्लेयर्स like अपने प्लेयर्स को लेकर आओ and then you sell them as compared to यार उनको पहले ही खरीद लेना, because young players are like dude, they are so expensive these days, and especially when Real Madrid comes for you,
Yeah,
you
yeah, the
always
prices increase.
like yeah, exactly आप into 5 you बात करते हो, आप 20 million के प्लेयर को आप 100 million में बेच रहे हो.
वो तो यार मार्केट वैल्यू बढ़ा देते हैं
Exactly,
फालतू की.
exactly.
So, going to the old people part, Hazard retired. How do you feel about that?
Huge bummer.
And you're a like Chelsea fan, still a
Yeah.
Chelsea fan.
I didn't get it. I didn't get why like he's what 32, 33, 33 की एज में
33
रिटायरमेंट. इट्स लाइक यू लाइक आई थिंक वो एक कहीं ना कहीं प्रीमियर लीग के छोटे क्लब्स में कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ ही कुड हैव डन समथिंग और द अदर.
Okay.
बट फॉर एग्जांपल रामोस इज स्टिल प्लेइंग.
Yeah.
No, but it depends from player to player. He didn't want to play. He said it in his interview that I no longer enjoy playing football.
And that is like before we start the like shooting, me and Jaivi, we were talking about this, how social media influences your like mental health being. And I think यही हुआ है Hazard के साथ. इतने सालों में उसको इतना प्रेशराइज किया गया कि by the time he's 33 he still have that potential, but he's retired now. He's retired. He's like बस हो गया मेरा खत्म.
Yeah, but see, his point is like correct. Na, like he said, he doesn't want to play anymore, Hazard. So
Yeah.
that was like a different thing only.
But
like,
why he's taking
निकल
this
गया,
decision?
passion निकल गया. So what can you do?
Because
then?
of this, yeah.
It's better
I
for him not to play
don't
without
think-
like
Definitely,
passion than
definitely.
play
That
with-
is true. I'm not saying like कि वो नहीं करना चाहिए.
Like you
उसको.
see Ramos उसको है अभी भी like दिखता है passion. So he's going after every ball. He's trying to
But
defend
my
everything.
point is कि कहीं ना कहीं सोशल मीडिया एंड जिस हिसाब का उसका रियल मैड्रिड का जर्नी रहा, इट अफेक्टेड हिम समवेयर and that is what killed his passion for football because he's been playing for like forever यार.
Yeah.
He's been
But
playing.
then Real में फिर opportunities भी कम थी उसको, like he wasn't
वो
in
तो see
form
वो that
also,
was a
like,
dead end. That was a dead end, Chirag. That was a dead end. कोई chance नहीं है कि you are replacing Vinicius Junior in his prime यार. There is no way you are
But
replacing
when
him.
Hazard arrived,
Yeah,
he
Vinicius was
in my opinion, at the
Yeah.
time he arrived, 18-19 season, for me, Hazard was the best player in the
Yeah.
world. Dude, that goal against West Ham, that just, that
Yeah.
was,
that was nice.
Crazy.
that showed the world that, okay, I'm ready for Real Madrid.
Okay, but then he
2
went there
months
and nothing
later,
happened.
no, but that's the thing about it. When I say that social media influences the players, I would disagree because I'm not talking about Hazard, I'm talking about other players.
Okay.
Hazard, a lot of people, players that have played with him, John Obi Mikel, Samuel Eto'o, players like them, they've said
Yes.
that Hazard was the laziest
Yes,
player in
yes,
the team.
yes.
He was too good.
He
There
won't
was,
train.
there was this story about Eden Hazard before he moved to Chelsea.
Yes.
So Lille, was it Lille? Yeah. Lille. So Lille was second in the league or something like that, and they had a very important game the next day. These Hazard parties till 5 in the morning. He's drunk
Yes.
1 hour before the game. That's his last game in Lille, by the way. He goes on, he warms up, he plays the game, he scores a hat trick. On the
Yeah.
pitch, he's very good, but that's
So
the
he's
thing.
the
His
Dennis
fitness
Rodman
was
of
very
football.
good. He was very young.
But at the
He's
same
very
time,
young.
most number of tackles has been committed on Hazard. So somewhere down the line,
He's a
Premier League-
dangerous player then.
yeah,
also.
because he carries the ball, right?
Yeah,
And when you carry the ball, you
But even without carrying the ball, I feel like he has that big presence in the
That
on,
is true.
on the pitch.
That is true.
So it doesn't matter if he has the ball or not. He still has that,
But
and he can
When
still be
arrived
dangerous
at
with
Real
the ball.
Madrid, he was overweight.
yeah.
He was very overweight, and then adding insult to injury, he got injured again. He had that ankle injury
Yes.
against
He
PSG.
had 2 injuries. And
Yeah,
Two
but-
injuries, so that just ruined his game. And at some point, I believe that okay, once you see that okay, yeah, I can't live up to the expectations. Somewhere down the line, that gets to you. Even without social media, that will get to you.
See, this is why I was asking you guys about Bellingham, because I feel like
Too much hype.
no, it's worth it for now.
Yeah.
For now.
Currently, yeah.
But that's the thing. Once you get an injury or whatever happens, touch wood, it doesn't happen. But if it happens, then you have to be mentally that strong to come back from all of this, right? Like Hazard, for example, didn't come back from anything when he went to Real Madrid and got injured. But then Bellingham, do you think he's mentally that strong?
If he's mentally disciplined, if he has the right people around him, if he thinks that okay, I can easily be replaced, so I need to do everything in my power to get better and better, stay fit. Hazard, I think at one point he thought that okay, even if I'm injured, nobody can replace me because I am that good. But that's the kind of thing. That's the one thing that Samuel Eto'o said about Eden Hazard 10 years ago. You can be Ronaldinho, you can be
Yes.
Eden Hazard, you can be Lionel Messi, but if you don't train hard, if you think that you cannot be replaced, 3 months later, there's going to be a new kid in town who's going to replace you in a second. And that's quite literally that happened.
That
Vinicius
happened
Jr.
with him,
replaced
yeah.
him, and we can see why he was being replaced because he is that good.
Yeah, Vinicius is like
He's the
way
best
better
left
right now.
winger in the world right now.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Too much pace. But yeah, I mean, what like whatever happened with Hazard, thank you so much for like giving us so
Memories?
many. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, like you have to like respect him. Jo bhi diya, it was good. It was very enjoyable and like. Sorry.
He was making it, that's what she said. joke.
Yeah. So exactly. So like yeah, thank you so much, Hazard.
No, man. Like, I actually felt very sad. Like, I'm not a Real or Chelsea fan, but still, like, because we've grown up watching these guys.
Yes.
So even when someone minor in our minds retires from that generation, it does feel
Exactly.
really sad. Like, even the World Cup was like so sad. Like all of these players leaving. So yeah, it does affect the fans also. But yeah, let's hope for the best for him.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does. Maybe he goes and plays golf with Bale.
Yeah, maybe.
Perfect.
हो भी सकता है बेल का भी से मैसेज हो भी dude. Fuck Real Madrid.
Okay, so talking about Bale and his former club, Tottenham.
Yes.
Just say it. Man.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Just say
told
it.
you. I told you.
Camera में देख.
I told everyone 4 months ago. Tottenham are the team to watch.
You can go check out the episode up there.
Yes, exactly. We'll like add the link
Tottenham
here.
are the team to watch. 5 points ahead. I'm a United fan, by the way. But
we know
see,
this.
see,
We've
let's
been over
be
that.
very realistic here. We're not winning the league this year.
This year
no,
or
let's be realistic
this year
here.
or
No, this year. Okay, sure. Dude, where is Chelsea? You
don't
want to
care,
talk
dude.
about how he doesn't care?
छोड़ो यार तुम दोनों मत बात
I have
करो.
broken up with Chelsea, dude.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, so yeah.
Anyway, but
Fan.
yeah, right now I would say the way Tottenham are playing, I think they're playing a good, very good brand of football. No one expected this.
No what?
But that's the thing about it. When you replace a player like Harry Kane, the whole shift that happened after it, the whole mentality, the team, the strategy, everything changed because they are no longer relied on one player.
Yeah.
Back then, they used to feel like, okay, we can have Harry Kane, we're going to get the goals. But that's not the only thing you need in football. You need the mentality, you need the leadership, you need to defend those goals as well.
And they have made good signings also.
They've made amazing signings. Nobody expected James Maddison to be this good.
Yeah.
But he's proved everyone wrong. Son is now the captain. He's playing one of the best seasons I've seen
Yes.
him play for. I've been watching Heung-min Son for as long as I can imagine. And he's playing like a leader this season. And they have young players. They're a mix of young players and experienced players. Tottenham, for me, I hope they can go all the way. If there's any team that I would prefer winning the league, fuck Man City.
Apart from United.
Obviously, come on. But
Bold.
realistically, apart from United, because we're not
Don't do
winning.
that, actually. It hurts, okay? Don't do that.
No, it doesn't. Because
Now
I've
now
made
you're
up
used
my
to
mind.
it.
I've made up like I know. There are
Yeah,
moments
कि नहीं
in your life that you have to accept certain things, and I've accepted we're not winning the league this year. Of the Champions League, we can. You never know. Dude, Chelsea won it in 2012.
In what
okay?
scenario? Like,
And also into the like
Chelsea won it in 2012.
okay, so you think current United can beat the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Manchester City, PSG?
We can beat PSG, alright?
everybody can beat PSG with like
Current PSG is
Current
like,
PSG,
it's improving, man.
there's
You can't
one
like,
player
count
in the
them
current
out.
PSG team that is amazing. Apart from him, nobody else is performing.
See,
and that's
but
not
this is the
Mbappe.
thing. With the new management, like with Luis Enrique now
Yeah.
inside, I feel like they will improve. It's not about that one player anymore.
But
for
do
him.
they even have a
But
team?
it's not about Mbappe anymore.
Exactly,
I think that
Mbappe is
player,
leaving.
Zenai Emery, 17-year-old midfielder, he's the best PSG player right now. Currently, all the games that they've played, I think Zenai Emery is the best player in PSG right now. The way he played he was the best player against Newcastle on the pitch for PSG when they were battered 4-1. He was the best player against Milan.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's the best player in League 1 as well. Because he's performing so well. That's what PSG need to do. They need to shift their focus from Mbappe and they need to start
new
playing
young
like
talent.
a team.
Okay.
Because they have a very good team. The problem for PSG was in the midfield.
Yeah.
Now Verratti is gone. They have a couple of good midfielders and I think that kid can carry the midfield. He's very
Dude,
good.
with JV, but PSG ka problem was always they have very big names on their squad.
Yeah, but now they don't have
Exactly.
those names.
Exactly.
So,
So,
it's easier
now
for them
now
to,
they have a chance. But abhi tak yaar.
अब like it's like अब वो expectation नहीं है.
हाँ, वो भी
So
नहीं
now
है, वो
they're
भी
like
नहीं है,
free
हाँ.
of that pressure.
Of course, when you
now
have
if they
such a-
lose, it's like हाँ ठीक है.
ठीक है,
लगी
young
रहती
now
है.
we
team है,
understand,
young team
now
है,
we understand.
young team है, okay fine चलेगा. But but Spurs का मुझे कहीं ना कहीं ये भी लगता है कि what if after one bump they lose their confidence.
That would be the
Exactly.
most
Like I
Spursy
feel
thing
like
to do.
there
Yes.
have been more seasons where Spurs have like
Well, yeah,
played
exactly.
to this level, but then again they haven't
bump,
won
yeah.
the league. So,
But this is the best ever start they've had.
bro, Arsenal last year came
Exactly.
so close.
I mean,
And
let's
then
just be
by
hopeful
the
for
last
Tottenham.
3
Let's
months,
just-
everything
I'm just being
changed.
hopeful. Let me be hopeful.
Because Jaivir, because
I don't
तूने
like
just because
Tottenham.
तूने first episode में ये बोल दिया that's
No.
Yeah,
You
Javier का
Tottenham, I
prediction
love
है.
Tottenham, dude. I love Tottenham. I
That's
love
okay,
Heung-min
fine.
Son. I want him to
fair
win the
enough,
league.
fair enough. Then it's fine.
He should win the league.
Okay, fine.
Being a Chelsea player, I will never say that.
I just don't like Tottenham. Like
I just don't
something
like
is
Man
wrong.
City, man. I just don't like Liverpool. They should not win the league.
Because they
That-
are your
that we
direct
agree on.
competitor, bro. They are
I
your-
think I would actually want Arsenal to win this year, like the Premier League at least.
It's actually Arsenal or Tottenham. I would go for Arsenal or Tottenham.
This is very.
No, it's fine. As
opposing
long
you.
as Liverpool or City are not
Are not
winning, I'm
winning,
fine
yeah.
with anything.
So you're saying these two teams will be on the top this year?
I'm saying I would want them to be, but then again, it's Man City. Once Man City, I think
Once
it's
De
about.
Bruyne is like back in full.
No,
form.
it's like if Man City decides that they want to decide that they
Like
want to
when
win
they
the
get
league, they'll win the
serious.
league. If they decide that okay, let someone else win it, they'll back out.
But
It's
yeah,
like this.
they-
But it has been Guardiola's thing. Like
No,
he's
yeah,
got
exactly.
the treble, so now he's
No.
like,
But at the
like
same
Premier League
time-
doesn't matter to him now.
Sir,
man.
at the
It's like-
same time सिटी के साथ आई थिंक ये पहले भी हो चुका है कि सिटी हमेशा सेकंड थर्ड पे होती है एंड कुछ 60% जब लीग खत्म हो जाता है पता नहीं आउट ऑफ नो वेयर यू सी सिटी लाइक फर्स्ट पे ये लास्ट ईयर भी हुआ उसके पहले भी एक बार बीच में हुआ ये
Bro, because it's because of the depth. It's because of the amount of
I
players
feel
they
they
have.
exactly I feel they are a marathon team they don't believe in this burst कि आप पहले
हाँ,
60% of the
exactly.
league हम slow भागेंगे but end में we will catch up
Yeah, this is what I'm afraid of with Tottenham. कि like अभी
They don't
तेज
have
भाग
enough
रहे हैं and
players.
then they
Exactly.
slow
Marathon
down.
like
It's
यार आर्सेनल ने लास्ट टाइम क्या प्रूव किया यू नीड अ कंसिस्टेंट टीम लास्ट ईयर उनका लीग था बहुत इजीली था वो
Yeah.
बट कहीं ना कहीं
But
वो
then end में
वो
inconsistency
फटीक आ
आई गई
गया
ना।
वो एग्जर्शन आ गया कहीं ना कहीं नहीं हुआ
They are injured हो गए. They were the I think the problem was they should have made the signings they made in January. They should have made it in the summer transfer. They needed Trossard back then when the season started.
Yeah.
They needed Ben White not to be injured. They needed what's that guy? Saliba
Yeah.
in their team.
But see, कुछ होगा ना रीजन की पहले नहीं लिया Like, हाँ I
But at
guess
the same
लेना
time,
चाहिए
ऐसी
था but then
आर्सेनल का सिर्फ अभी लाइक जो ग्राफ है वो ऊपर जा रहा है सो अंटिल
Yeah.
अनलेस इट्स गोइंग अपवर्ड्स इट्स फाइन बिकॉज़
so 5-year graph तो ऊपर ही जा रहा है.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली यार मतलब वो पीछे नहीं जा रहे हैं
Yeah,
वो
even in the
like-
Champions League.
Plus Arteta is doing like good things.
Yeah, shit, dude.
Like,
With
strategy
the
wise,
amount of
he is
shit
doing
he
good.
got. I mean, Arsenal के जो सबसे बड़ा पेज है Arsenal TV and what's the other guy
They
name?
have
यार?
a thing on Prime also, the documentary.
Yeah, but नहीं, but see, Arsenal TV is a like a fan page जहाँ
Okay.
पे
The
they
amount
talk
of
about.
criticism he got.
Oof,
that
dude.
page.
Oh la la,
That
dude. Stadium
that
के
guy.
बाहर Arteta.
Yeah. I don't remember that guy's.
Troops.
Yeah, Troops. Yeah.
Ah, dude.
Dude,
He was like shouting Arteta out like they were abusing everybody like हर मैच के बाद क्या होगा गैदर होंगे बाहर
यार ये these are all fickle fans, bro. You can't like
no,
this is
Chirag,
like
these are like decade old fans.
the thing
They
is
have
you need to understand you have
You
to
need
give
trust the
managers
process. You need to trust
yeah
the
you have
process.
to trust the bro ऐसे तो बार्सिलोना में कितना कुछ हुआ तो
नहीं,
like
but my point
people
is-
were mad at them but at the same time when they got someone dependable they also were like okay fine
No,
let's
but-
give him
but
time
मेरा पॉइंट ये है कि विद आर्सेनल मुझे ये चीज अच्छी लगती है कि इवन दो इतना प्रेशर था सब जगह से आर्टेटा को बाहर निकालने का उन्होंने नहीं किया दे ट्रस्टेड द प्रोसेस एंड
Which is very important,
नाउ
yeah.
दे आर सीइंग द चेंजेस अमेजिंग चेंजेस सो आई एम ग्लैड कि ऐसा हुआ बिकॉज वी कुड हैव नेवर सीन दिस कि यार एक यंग प्लेयर विद अ यंग टीम चैलेंजिंग सिटी जो कि हर
Yeah.
प्लेयर पे डोमिनेंट है यार
But that's the thing about Arteta. He's about Arsenal. He's all about Arsenal.
बट यार
That's
वो
why he's so
चांस
good.
वो चांस किसने दिया वो आर्सेनल ने दिया ना
हाँ,
आर्सेनल के जो
absolutely.
स्पोर्टिंग डायरेक्टर्स उन
Yeah.
लोगों ने बोला कितना भी हमें क्रिटिसिज्म आ रहा होगा वी विल ट्रस्ट दिस प्रोसेस
like वो backup was very necessary
इट वाज
उसके बिना it
बैड
wasn't-
चिराग इट वाज
Absolutely.
बैड 6 और 7 गेम्स आप नहीं जीते हो आपकी हालत खराब हो गई है एंड स्टिल आप नेक्स्ट ईयर यू आर सो क्लोज
But like it's good, man. Now that they're improving, I'm very happy. Ki, like there's a
Of course, yeah.
like
Of
old
course.
club who's coming back to that level. United,
They're actually
Chelsea
very
तो आ
good.
नहीं रहे हैं.
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
But-
Did you see the game against Copenhagen? Did you see the
Dude,
game
what?
against Copenhagen?
व्हाट
No.
व्हाट
ठीक है यार.
यूनाइटेड और वो टीम का नाम तो
See,
सेम स्टेटमेंट
No,
में मत लेना
listen. It's just I will say okay. We've
I
been
think
struggling
half
this
the
season.
United fans didn't watch that match.
Fickle fans, like you said, fickle fans. But as I was saying, I believe good things are coming.
Okay.
We need a little bit of energy. We need a little bit of game plan. But I think good things are coming. We're,
नहीं, ये
like
hope
you
भी
said,
necessary
हाँ,
है.
hope
This is-
necessary.
this is
definitely.
Hope is all we have.
You have to believe in the process.
Too, we lost important players. right now there are a couple of players who are out because of disciplinary issues and
issues like disciplinary नहीं है, कुछ और ही है.
I don't know.
These are legal
It's,
issues.
Take
now.
the name ना, क्या हुआ?
I'm talking about Jadon Sancho, bro. That the player that you're talking about, he was shipped off to Getafe.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, I don't think any United supporter, anyone from the staff should ever accept him back. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah.
No matter who you are, no matter what you do, no matter how good you are. Yeah, he was very important for us. I'll just say Mason Greenwood was a very, very important player for United. The way he used to play, left foot, right foot, a complete forward. What he did, he should not be allowed back to Manchester United. There's no way in hell you do something like that and you expect the fans to forgive you. No. Even if the charges are dropped, everybody knows you did what you did. And now, there's no way back. Stay there, enjoy your life, play football there. We wish you all the best, but not on United. No way.
Okay.
But at the same time, like मुझे like मैंने जितना यूनाइटेड का देखा है, what they do is कि मतलब चेल्सी भी करती है ऐसा. They spend all of their money on one big player. Apart from like उस मेरा ये रहता
One big player, Chelsea?
No,
Are we talking
man.
about the
No,
same
no,
thing?
no,
Chelsea
I'm
has
not talking about
spent all their
Chelsea.
money
I'm
on
not-
10 big players.
I'm not talking about Chelsea. I'm talking about United. I'm talking about United कि मैगवायर को आपने 80 मिलियन में ले लिया, ठीक है? And then you have this other player Casemiro जो कि कहीं ना कहीं बाहर है. वरान आप स्मॉल साइनिंग्स करके भी रखो बिकॉज थ्रू आउट द सीजन अगर आपका वो एक मेन प्लेयर नहीं चला या फिर वो इंजर्ड है देन यू हैव सर्टेन बैकअप्स यार.
That's what we do. That striker, the kid, Haaland, he's good.
बट वो तो अभी आया ना जयवीर.
But
हाँ, like
इस
एक-एक
season
करके
की
ही
बात-
लेंगे
यार,
ना.
एक-
हाँ बट मैं इतने सारे सीजन में
United भी financially
I have not seen a
last
small
year.
signing. I have not seen a single small signing जो कि बहुत अच्छी लगी हो कि बाद में जाकर डेवलप हो गई हो. We have
okay.
only seen big players. Where are the small players यार? सब जगह होते हैं हमारे लाइक चेल्सी में भी हैं काफी.
because honestly, right now, like I said in the last interview, why are we going for potential signings when we need concrete signings? We need to make a mark. If we go for potential signings, we have made a lot of potential signings, as has Chelsea. But that's a plan for 5 to 6 to 7 years.
I feel like abhi their aim is ki like
We need to
let's
make a
just
mark.
get in the top 3.
Yeah, we need to
Let's
make a
at least
mark.
compete for the Premier League and then we'll create that long term wala team.
No, but something is wrong with the United culture. I feel.
Absolutely.
Something
I
is off.
agree.
Something
I
is
agree.
off.
The fans. It's the fans.
Like,
it's the
it's
fans.
not just the
It's
fans,
the it's the
the
new
management.
generation of fans. It's the new generation of fans who are just seeing the dip. They've only seen the dip. We've seen the like I've been supporting for as long as I can imagine. I've seen
Okay,
the good
so you were a
times.
fan during Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw the rise.
Yeah.
And since then, has there been that stable of a rise?
No.
What about
So you've also seen the dip majorly.
I have seen the dip, but that's the thing about it. That's why I know that we can make a comeback.
Huh,
That's why
but-
the criticism
See,
is
but
very harsh.
this is where I feel like it's not only the fans. I get it. The fans are impatient and everything. Fine. वो fans हर जगह कैसे होते हैं. अभी इंडिया भी अच्छा नहीं खेलेगी
Exactly.
वर्ल्ड कप में तो fans हो जाएंगे वापस. That's fans. Management wise, everything, ownership wise, everything has to
बहुत
change.
chaos.
Owners have to take an
Huge.
interest in the club.
Huge. I've noticed that you look at any big club, the winning clubs, the owners are all about that club.
Exactly.
Right now, currently, the Glazers, I think they see United as a subsidiary. Okay, we're making money out of this. That's the only thing we care about.
See, that's the thing. They're proper businessmen. They don't care
Yeah,
about
but
the
that's
team. They
thing.
don't care about
That's
the culture.
what we don't like. That's what we do not condone. As Manchester United supporters, if you're the owner of one of the biggest clubs of one of the most historic clubs of all time,
Yeah.
you need to be
It is the biggest club. Like
in England. Yeah,
name wise,
obviously.
even in the world,
Yeah,
name
yeah,
wise,
it is.
United is like I think the biggest.
Absolutely.
one.
You look at the largest fan base. You need to be all about the club. You can't see it as a business. That's why we wanted the club to be sold to someone who would
Yeah, but
actually
they
show
keep
an interest.
rejecting the deals.
But yeah, Chirag, at the
Like,
same time,
क्या
they
करें?
have given in the money, yaar. They brought like
It's
Ronaldo.
not about money.
Then they
It's
have
no
Varane.
longer about
It's not,
money.
But
dude.
क्या आप टीम में 11 प्लेयर आपके अगर अच्छे हैं उससे ज्यादा वो क्या कर सकता है? You have a good
Bro,
manager, you have a
that's
good
what I
backing.
mean.
No, it's
That's
about
what I mean.
it's about developing the facilities also. It's about giving
about
them
hierarchy.
good staff also.
Like United में क्या अच्छा staff नहीं है?
Bro, did you hear Ronaldo's interview back then when he was sitting down with that guy?
And I agree with
क्या
him.
क्या था उसमें?
Bro, Ronaldo said
Stadium is old.
Yeah.
Everything, seats are broken. Like showers are broken. Everything's like broken
Okay.
and old. Like it's like 20 years old. He said, when I left United and when I came back, it's
was-
like the same thing.
Okay.
And that is not a good review from a star
Yeah, of
player like
course.
him.
Hmm.
So
And
like,
it was also when Sir Alex was in charge, we couldn't care less about the owners because he was in charge. He ran the place. Basically, he ran the place. We couldn't give two shits about the owners because we knew that okay, Sir Alex is there. Technically, he's the owner of the club. Technically, like he would run the place. Nobody can say anything to him. Right now, the owners have taken over and they need to realize that okay, there is a hierarchy that has to be maintained. If you're not all about the club, the players who are playing for you, they're not going to respect you, and somewhere in their mind they're not going to be at their best. They're not going to fight for the club. Right now I feel like the players are not fighting for the club as they used to do under Sir Alex. There used to be
yeah, that mentality comes through the manager itself. You can't like build it through like someone like Eric Ten Hag. No offense, but he's not the right guy for United. Like you need someone who can put in that mentality in the players and can make them play like a team, not
in all
like
honesty,
good
I thought
individual
Mourinho
players.
was that guy. I was
Dude,
very excited.
One
when
second.
Mourinho coming.
Mourinho with that team won the Europa Cup.
Yeah.
Got like
Yeah,
second
but
place.
that's the thing about it. They did not give
He
him
did
time.
the
Exactly,
best. He
exactly.
did the best he
They did
could
not give him
during
time.
that.
I was
time.
very upset
Yeah.
when Mourinho was sacked. They did not give him enough time.
Yeah.
If Mourinho had this team,
Yeah.
we would be going places.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. Mourinho, for me, he's the kind of a manager. Even now, if he gets the players that are willing to fight for him, the players who are willing to do anything for the club. That's why I always say, players like Lukaku, they will shine under Mourinho.
Yeah.
The players who need to be constantly influenced, who need to be constantly said that okay, you're doing good, they need to be constantly motivated. Players like him will always perform under Mourinho, and you look at the stats, he is performing. He's
Yeah.
performing so well. Players like Paulo Dybala, he's performing so well.
And Jose Mourinho, like in an interview, he also said, "Ki, my biggest achievement is that to finish Premier League with that Manchester United team."
Yeah, man, like that was not a
Yeah,
great
dude.
team, but like
that was not a great
Yeah,
team.
Balloon,
I would say
yeah.
that was a very mediocre team.
Yeah,
You look
yeah.
at the kind of squad that we had. We had just lost our captain.
like
Yeah.
अभी से भी compare करे तो भी it was average.
Arey, it was
And
below
Yeah,
average.
we had
It was
much better.
washed up players. We had Ashley Young playing at
Yes.
right back, left back. We had
Smalling was your centre back.
Smalling
Yeah.
and Phil Jones pairing the centre back.
That Phil Jones guy is
Valencia.
flying so like under the radar. उसको कभी कोई समझ ही नहीं पा रहा है. He's that guy जिसको किसी को नहीं मालूम है कि is he still with the company or not.
Yeah, he's
I
training
think
with the
he is,
young
no?
kids now.
Yeah.
He's,
I mean, like, but Phil
I
Jones,
don't
every now and then, like Phil Jones, like, dude, what the fuck is he still doing there?
come on.
Is he in the HR?
maybe they've hired him as staff.
I mean, he's part of the Manchester United.
Philosophy.
Yeah, philosophy, I would say, and we need to keep him around to train the young
That
players.
philosophy
What
is
can I-
long
what can
gone,
I
Okay,
say?
talking about good managers, Xabi Alonso with Bayern
Amazing.
Leverkusen. What do you feel like about his performance with the team he has?
Amazing manager.
Because it's a good team. It's
Very.
not like a mediocre team. It is a good team, good young players also. But then,
Good FIFA rating also.
yeah,
It matters.
okay, उस पे base करते हैं. But like overall strategy wise and getting his team into this huge undefeated streak that he has.
Not
going
surprised. Not at all surprised. Xabi Alonso, you look at how Xabi Alonso used to play
he was
back
amazing.
then.
Crazy.
On. I used to
if-
hate him because
I used to
Barca
say,
fan,
I used to
so-
think just one thing, Xabi Alonso, technique. Technique. That's it. The amount of technique that guy had, he just mastered it in a way. I started playing football and I had 3 Xabi Alonso jerseys. 3. The one with the Spain, the World Cup one, the
Yeah.
dark blue one. I had the Real Madrid 2011 jersey and the Spain jersey for Euro 2012. I absolutely adore Xabi Alonso. His passing, he's the best passer I've seen after Paul Scholes. Best passer by a mile. He was that good, and it just shows that he's transforming his game plan, the way he used to play, in that Bayern Leverkusen team. You look at players like Florian Wirtz. He's back after so long and he's performing like he never left. That just shows how Xabi Alonso he exudes that energy. He has that charismatic. thing about himself.
He's had like good mentorship also throughout his career.
Absolutely.
He's played under like all the top coaches, I think. Like there's been Mourinho, there's been Guardiola, there's been who else?
Ancelotti.
Ancelotti. He's played under
Rafa
like,
Benitez, yeah.
he's played under everyone. Like how much of that do you think affects him? Like because he is trying to put his own style into his own team right now. But there are clearly hints of those styles.
Again, I want to
also
bring
there.
Mourinho into this. Mourinho said
Mourinho is a
this.
favorite, bro.
Mourinho said this 7 years ago when he was asked about which of your former players will become a great manager. He said Xabi Alonso. And for the exact same reason you just
And
said.
for someone like Mourinho to say this, it's
No, but at the same
huge.
time, Mourinho, half of the time, he's all like, he's right.
He's ahead of his
Yes.
time. He's ahead of everyone.
Yes. What he said about like.
ऐसे ही थोड़ी उसका मीम चला है.
But that guy is like, Xabi Alonso is like crazy, but at the same time, I feel ki there are so many big players who's like trying to become good managers. We have like Lampard, and we have like many players.
But
right?
like
But-
people who have performed under expected levels. then.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But like Xabi Alonso and Zinedine Zidane, these are exceptional players.
Even Rooney became a manager.
I think the English players, there is something about English players that they can't be good managers. They just can't be good I'm not kidding. You look at any top English player that has ever played. Rooney, Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes.
Yeah.
Even I would say Giggs, Welsh, but still Giggs.
Okay.
Any Ashley Cole. Any other English player, because there's just something about the English game that is so different from the Spanish game, from the French game. That's why the England team never won anything. And these guys won everything. So they know how to win.
Well, at the same time,
But
it's
yeah,
also,
I definitely feel like the Italian and Spanish side is more heavy.
They're ruthless.
In terms of
They're
managers.
ruthless about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, maybe it's because they think about the strategy in like a different way or something. But yeah, it's always more intricate with them.
The thing with English managers, their strategy is based on you need to be physically unbelievable. And that does not work very well. You look at Xabi Alonso, the kind of team that he has. The physical part of the game, that aspect is no longer there. It's all about technique.
Yeah.
You look at any other top manager, any Italian manager, this guy, Brighton's manager, he's so good. Roberto De Zerbi, he's so good. Because it's all about technique, it's all about tactics. They master the small moments in the game. They think way ahead of the game.
Yeah.
English managers, I just feel like they just tell their players, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that, be physical on the pitch, win all the battles, and you're going to win.
So like the coaching styles haven't
Very
evolved
No, but
since
like
back when
coaching
this
style
was
and
good.
also Chirag, the man management. You are like managing a livestock team, right? You have to have that communication. You have to have that.
livestock बोल के
I
farm
mean, I'm not
animals
saying
वाला
that, but it's like it's also a man management game, right?
Yeah,
आप
yeah.
कितने ही अच्छे हो जाओ टैक्टिक्स में, लेकिन अगर आप मैन मैनेजमेंट नहीं जानते हो, अगर आप अपने प्लेयर्स में कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं ला सकते हो, तो दे वोंट डू शिट फॉर यू, नथिंग. एंड ये ही प्रूव किया है वापस से जोसे मरीनो ने कि वो एक अलग मेंटालिटी में आपको डाल देता है.
He is so engrossed in football. Like,
नहीं
that
वो
guy,
अगर आप उसको 50% देने के लिए रेडी हो तो वो आपको मॉन्स्टर बना देगा. बोलेगा कि बस लाइक यू विल बी अ कंप्लीट डिफरेंट प्लेयर अंडर हिम.
You look at Harry Kane, prime example. He
Yeah.
said to Harry Kane, I'm going to make you a monster. And ever since Jose Mourinho, Harry Kane, dude, he's absolutely become the best forward in the game. People will argue that it's Haaland who's the best forward. No, it's Harry Kane.
Kane is more of a complete
Kane
forward,
can do everything. He can play in midfield and he can play as a number 8. As a number 10, he's going to get 20 assists in the game. As a number 9, he got 30 goals in the league. What else can a man do?
Yeah, with Tottenham last year.
With
He got-
Tottenham.
yeah.
With Tottenham. Why did United not go for Harry Kane? I'm going to regret this for the rest of my life. Why did we not sign him?
I mean, I think उन्होंने गलत सुन लिया था. They went for Harry Maguire.
Maybe.
इसको रखते हैं.
But at the same time, Xabi Alonso, like I hope कि ये was a first season luck now.
Yeah, like I actually want to see him lift
Exactly.
a major trophy.
Yeah,
Like with
and especially with
Leverkusen.
He
Ben-
might. He just might.
With teams coming up in Bundesliga right now, you can't say that Munich will be like the only top contenders now, because there
would
have
be
been
so
like
funny.
these
In their
other
league?
teams.
In
Yeah,
their
yeah,
league?
in Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Like there have been more youth squads and everything coming in, which have
But
been
it's very difficult,
good.
Chirag. यार. In those leagues, ना, it's very difficult. I mean, उन leagues में Leicester जैसा luck नहीं
They've
आता.
created the monopoly.
Leicester
We
जैसा नहीं
could
आता,
have
but
seen
like-
it last year, but
Last
again,
year?
the
Dortmund.
last season,
Yeah, huh.
dude, Tottenham bottled it.
Match day, last match day.
Unbelievably bottled it.
No, but यार वहाँ पे कितने साल हो गए यार उन्हें जीते हुए? कोई
हाँ.
Bundesliga
But
11
में.
that's
straight
as
years.
Yeah,
close
11
as you get. That's as close as you get to winning the league. How can you bottle it at home? At home.
Oh,
And
man.
there's a reason why Jude Bellingham left. He knew that he was the best player. He was
He
mentally
was already
stronger.
captain there. or something,
Yeah.
right?
He was
Yeah.
mentally stronger
was
than
19
all
or
of those
20.
players.
Yeah, exactly. That was like
Crazy. No, but like it's like huge time, big time कि अब दूसरी लीग से कुछ छोटे क्लब्स भी आए. पहले भी होता था, but in the last 4 years, I think 4 or 3 years, English clubs have dominated Champions League and every league possible. जहाँ पे
Champions League.
yeah, Champions
यार.
League in the last 2 years, if you see all the like finalists or like semi-finals में, they were all English clubs.
no man.
कैसे?
Bro, Real
Last
Madrid.
year it was
No,
AC
not
Inter
last
and
year,
like
not like last year, but उसके पहले वाला
Real
जो था,
Madrid.
I think it's only been City and
Like that season Real had
City.
like 2 years ago or something where they like kept winning at the end moment, like all of them actually.
No,
Like
but like-
Chelsea, City, everyone.
yeah, but I
like,
kind of agree with his point because we saw Liverpool in the final.
Yeah.
We saw Chelsea winning it against Man City. Then Man City have had, I think, I don't know, countless number of semi-finals
Yeah.
in the last couple of years.
So they have dominated it. like कि हाँ English clubs हैं वहाँ पे. पहले वो नहीं था.
The most
16
unlikely final of all time, Liverpool versus Tottenham.
Yeah.
That was an all English
Yeah.
when everybody expected
Liverpool,
it to
Tottenham,
be.
Chelsea, City,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
Liverpool. So like Liverpool played like twice na against Real Madrid.
yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
English clubs are there. In the like last after 2016 I guess वो जो Barcelona and Madrid का जो एक turmoil आया and then
But it's that's the thing ना, बस gaps fill हो रही हैं. Like if
but a world level पे
imagine all of these teams getting back to their form.
वो balance out
And
चलता
then,
रहता है.
and
yeah.
then
Yeah, वो तो
England
form तो
teams
होगा
will
ही.
always be lower compared to those guys.
चिराग
No.
That is what I feel like.
चिराग
हाँ, because if Real get back to that dominant wala form this season, or if Barca like touch wood, but they won't. But still, if Barca get to that form, if Munich go back to this like winning wala dominant form, like beating every team
Yeah,
and
so
being
तो
the
मैं भी बोल
Giants.
सकता if United get back to our old ways.
Yes, that
where
is-
you
But
used
these
to-
guys are like way closer to that thing, na? United is like so far away from that form. Like
I
think
just
about
feel
that. Then.
I just feel that Premier League clubs अब वो थोड़ा आगे बढ़ चुके हैं and they will always have that head start. Liverpool, City, Newcastle आ जाएगी कुछ सालों में.
Newcastle
Then
is doing
yeah,
very
yeah.
good, yeah.
Then we have Spurs,
Very good.
maybe Chelsea because वो out of nowhere आते हैं
I
and then
hope
they
Chelsea
win.
आ जाए Spurs से.
And जो then United like so ये जो नाम है ये big clubs के नाम है ये अभी ज़्यादा ही dominate कर रहे हैं and I feel like कि Bayern Munich हो गया Spanish clubs जितने भी हैं they have to do something about
But
this.
I think there's this shift every time, every 5 to 6 years we see this. Like there was a time when Spanish teams were dominating.
Yes.
Before
Yeah,
that,
Italian.
Italian teams were
Yes.
dominating.
So
Before
it's like that circle वाला चीज़ चल
We've
रहा है
come a
अभी.
full
Yeah, yeah.
circle, and now I think we've come back to that English side because English teams used to dominate back in like 2006 till 2011. There always used to be an English team in the final, and now after that it was Italy. Then beach में थोड़ा German teams आई थी because there was a year where
Dortmund Munich final.
Dortmund Munich final. Before
12,
that,
2012
Bayern
or something.
again in the final. Then there was
Yes.
Schalke in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Then Bayern before that
तब
9-10
Germans
season.
का वो था.
Yeah.
3-4 years.
Then after that was Spanish. Now it's English again.
Yeah.
So it's going to keep happening again and again.
Next year maybe it can be Saudi or
बिल्कुल देखना बंद.
They should not join the Champions
it's
League.
over.
It's like
But why?
It breaks the whole concept of the league.
It's UEFA
like,
Champions
yeah.
League, as in European teams are
Go
only
play
allowed
your
to-
Asian League,
That-
na?
that is
Like,
true, but,
no one's
uh,
stopping you to play here.
Money
but I
should
think
never take over football.
but in the next 2 or 3 years maybe they are changing the rule where
They shouldn't. They shouldn't.
It shouldn't be like that. That's the thing. Like you should play in your own continent.
But don't you want to see a Saudi Arab?
No, absolutely not.
What, really?
No, why would we want to see that? The only reason they all went there is because they're getting a shitload of money. Money should never take over football. It's all about the game, and Saudi I don't think they
it's too
actually
late
promote
for
football.
this opinion.
Yeah, it's all the big
It's already
clubs.
taken
As
over.
long as long as
Newcastle is coming back because of
Exactly,
money.
they don't
City is
know
winning the treble because of
Exactly.
money.
as long as they're in the league, as long as they're in you, as long
So
as you
you're
keep
tell-
it in your space, it's fine.
I don't
No,
get
but
it.
this part I agree with. कि like भाई
My-
अपने continent में करो because
my
there's so
only-
many South American players that would do amazing here. But we're not asking South American clubs to join the UEFA Champions League or something, right?
See, my
It's like
point is
just
कि
because
आप-
one or two big players went there, they
Doesn't
want
matter.
कि like हाँ हम इधर खेलें.
My point is हर नेशन के क्लब के पास वो अपॉर्चुनिटी होनी चाहिए एटलीस्ट टू प्ले इन यूएफए चैंपियंस लीग
Dude,
उसके
then you
नीचे
look
Play
at
the
River
FIFA
Plate,
Club World
you
Cup,
look
na?
at Boca Juniors.
Yeah.
The biggest supporters in world football, they're not allowed in the Champions League. Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia, 1000 supporter आते हैं उनके स्टेडियम में.
ठीक है.
Except for Al Nassr, you go to Boca Juniors, dude. 100,000 fans every
No,
single
there,
game.
There are riots weekly
Exactly.
basis.
You look
पे.
at the Turkish fans, dude. You look at the Turkish
Yeah.
fans.
But
Fans
yeah,
like these
उनके
should
पास
be
भी
allowed.
opportunity होना चाहिए to come into the UEFA Champions League. As
Why?
well.
Just
Why?
play the
Because if they are
FIFA
playing-
Club World Cup.
Move,
No, why do you
move
want
to Europe.
play the Champions
Move
League?
to Europe if you want to be in the Champions League.
Fine. Let's just agree to disagree. I'm on this side.
Why? Okay, just give me a good reason. कि
My
why do
only
you
point
feel
is
like?
that if I have a team here in ISL, ठीक है, we
Okay.
are playing good.
Okay, now
We
you're
have-
talking about ISL. फिर हमारा वो patriotic वाला feeling हम तो
Sir,
बोलेंगे कि हाँ.
fuck it. Like हम जापान चले जाते हैं,
Okay,
right?
ठीक है.
Yeah.
जापान की एक टीम है. They are playing good.
Okay.
Just because I'm not in Europe doesn't mean कि I'm not allowed to play on that platform. See, UEFA Champions League का मतलब क्या है? We are the best. Like Europe में है अभी तक फिलहाल. But when you change the name, every team जो कहीं भी हो किसी
So
भी
we
country
have
के
a
हो, you-
FIFA
you-
Club World
So,
Cup for that.
My
We have a
opinion on this is
Club World
FIFA
Cup for
Club
that.
World Cup भी छोड़ो चलो रहने दो चलो
Fine,
ठीक है
okay.
माना. Even like to get to the FIFA Club World Cup, you have to be the best in your continent
Yes.
leagues and all of
Yes.
this. Okay, so why not increase the quality of your continent leagues and
Exactly.
get
Why
them to
not?
that
Exactly.
Champions League instead of going to the
No,
Champions League?
No. But that's Chirag, that's the point. कि अभी तक वो गेटवे नहीं है.
Like
Now, in the
technically
next
there's
2
a
years-
Asian Champions League also.
Exactly.
So
in the
उसका
next
level
2-3
बढ़ाओ ना.
years, in
Like,
the next 2-3 years, what they are going to do is कि यहाँ से जितने लोग क्वालिफाई होंगे, जितने भी कंट्रीज हैं जो कि पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर सकते हैं यूरोप में, उनका खुद का एक लीग चालू होगा एंड यहाँ से जो टॉप 3 टीम्स होंगी, दे कैन क्वालिफाई. कहीं ना कहीं कुछ हायरार्की वाइज चल रहा है यहाँ पे.
see, this is what I'm trying to say. The point you're making is कि वो एशिया में अच्छा करेंगे ये एशियन चैंपियंस लीग में whatever
हाँ.
the name is and फिर वो लोग उधर जाएंगे या कुछ उधर जाने का क्यों like why is that your peak?
Because that's the biggest
make this the
platform.
peak ना.
No,
make
but
players
UEFA
want to
Champions
come
League
here
is the
ना.
biggest platform जहाँ पे फुटबॉल खेला जा सकता
No,
है.
Bro,
brother.
it's
Why-
just a
Actually, tell me
thing,
this.
it's just
Why
a
is it?
trophy,
Why do you
like-
think it's the biggest platform?
Why not?
Because there's a reason for it, right? They have the best academies. They have the best youth players. They develop the facilities instead
They
of
have the most money.
Instead of investing money in washed up players. Why don't you increase the efficiency of the academies, the coaches, the facility, so that you can create your own Champions League? You can keep it in your own space instead of barging in here and
This is where
taking over.
India is doing it properly. I feel like with Reliance investing in the football thing,
We no longer sign
most of
washed
their
up
investments
players.
is infrastructure and facilities and coaching staff and all of this stuff that can like
I'm
help
not
you
denying
long
that. I'm
term.
not denying that. That's not my point. My point is कि if my team feel like ISL की भी टीम को किसी को लगता है that we want to play there, there should be a way of qualifying to it and like it should be like कहीं ना कहीं हो सकता है. And in the next 3 or 4 years we will see it.
Then it will no longer be called UEFA. I mean,
Of course they will have to change the name. Yeah, that will be like
Yeah,
This
Champions
is
League.
Super League,
So
Super
mini
League
FIFA
all
Club World
over
Cup.
again.
So it's the
Every
same thing.
continent
Like,
of FIFA.
वो होता है ना FIFA में career mode में you can transfer
Yeah.
one team to
yeah,
the other
yeah.
league.
But then होना वही है ना. Like eventually it will be like कि इतने सारे teams हैं इधर जो उधर आना चाह रहे हैं. तो eventually FIFA Club World Cup वाला ही कुछ format होगा.
होगा maybe.
कि only 2 or 3 teams are
But in
coming.
the next 3
and
or
then
4
it will
years,
go
Chirag, it is
again.
happening.
Like,
It is happening. आप जैसे थर्ड डिवीजन से क्वालिफाई करते हो सेकंड डिवीजन में, सेकंड से आप फर्स्ट डिवीजन में करते हो, फर्स्ट से फिर आप प्रीमियर लीग में जाते हो. सो उस तरह का हायरार्की दे आर मेकिंग इट नाउ.
Yeah, so I think UEFA
So-
Champions League will no longer exist. They're gonna come up with a whole different
हाँ they
concept
will
and
because
create
it will
something.
change यार फुटबॉल.
yeah, but now it's easier for them because FIFA का president भी वही हो गया है. UEFA वाला जो था.
नहीं, but I've heard that they are coming back with that
Super League.
Super League.
Super League has never left, bro. It has always been.
It's always
Yeah,
been
exactly.
postponed. It's always been because
The
of the
way they
pressure
did
from the
it was
fans.
They've
wrong.
never like stop.
हाँ.
Like, it's still
But I'm
there.
like, yeah, see, I don't want to see that American format in English football. I like.
So if you're saying कि हाँ ऐसा like teams from Saudi or something come. So you're okay with teams like Inter Miami coming to the Champions League then also?
Yeah, I think if they have a good team, if they are like good players, why not? If you have followed that chain like by पहले आपने थर्ड डिवीजन खेला, फिर आप क्वालिफाई हुए सेकंड के लिए, देन आप फर्स्ट मैच, देन क्यों नहीं क्या नुकसान है?
Bro, because it's
We
not
just want the
just
best
the
team.
no, it's not just the. See, here's the thing. It's not just the 16 players who are in the team. You need to understand it's the club. The club consists of the reserve team, the young players, the young team. If they are not playing well, भाई तुम गंदा परफॉर्म कर रहे हो, बट हमारे जो 16 प्लेयर जो हमने खरीदे हैं, if they are playing well, then it's just that team who is going in that particular section of Champions League and stuff. The club is not going. But
if this happens,
so,
that is what
like this
will
is
happen.
very like it doesn't make sense.
It's an
Like it or not,
incomplete
it's
thing.
going to happen.
Yeah, it's a very incomplete thing. The teams that have been like for the last 50-60 years, they've been improving their players, they've been facilitating the stadiums, the youth teams, the young players. What about them?
No, it doesn't like for me. It doesn't work like that. For me, you can have your opinion, of course. You can have your opinion, but मेरे
No, we clearly disagree with you on this, but
yeah,
ठीक है,
that
वो-
makes sense.
it's
yeah,
okay.
तो मतलब मेरा बस ये है कि अगर अच्छा खेल रही है तो वहाँ होना चाहिए प्लेटफॉर्म. That's my whole point.
Okay.
Yeah. Enough. We have
Let's close this. Let's go on to the hot topic, the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, shit,
Okay,
dude.
the main topic.
I'm still. I know it's again 2v1.
Who do you want to win? Like we know that there have been like news and rumors that Messi is
He's won
winning.
it. Oh, he's won it.
Yeah, but still, like there's this 1% chance, na, कि Haaland wins. You never know. So you're definitely siding with
Team
Messi,
Messi.
and your team
Dude,
Haaland.
Haaland, of course. I mean, Haaland. Like,
Okay, why? Like, what is your biggest reason?
my
Because
point
I
is,
know in the क्या reason
yeah,
है
of
main.
course. So my point is, एक young player जो कि आता है एक नए क्लब में, has broken the record of Alan Shearer, which is like I think 38 years old record, right? If I'm not
How
wrong.
many goals in a season?
No,
What was the record?
30-year record, yeah.
30 year record, and it was like 38 plus goals in the like first appearance league or something like that.
Okay, first season.
And yeah, first season.
Okay.
And then he's won the Champions League. अपने club में treble
He won
जीत
the
चुका
treble,
है.
yeah.
Exactly. So what I feel Ballon d'Or is about, एक player का season इससे ज़्यादा अच्छा हो ही नहीं सकता. When you talk about a single player.
Okay.
हालैंड के लिए इससे अच्छा सीजन कभी भी नहीं हो सकता एक पर्टिकुलर प्लेयर के लिए. विनिंग द ट्रेबल फर्स्ट सीजन में. पेप गार्डियोला के पास टीम अच्छी थी, बट एक प्लेयर का आना, दूसरी कंट्री से सारे रिकॉर्ड्स तोड़ना, डोमिनेट करना, आप उस लीग के डिफेंडर्स के साथ आप मजाक कर रहे हो, यू आर थ्रोइंग देम अवे.
Okay, so here is my argument.
या
Harry Kane scored 30 goals
Thank you.
last season
Thank
with
you so
Tottenham,
Yeah.
as he mentioned in the last podcast and this podcast.
या
With a team like Tottenham, which was like average at best last season. Okay? Haaland scored how many goals? 38 goals?
36.
36 goals the entire season with a team like Manchester City, which you're saying is the best team in everything.
Yeah.
Don't you think he underperformed?
But like, don't you think कि
And if you're saying ki that is the best season a player can have,
first season?
I can give
fine,
another argument
fine.
for that.
One second, yeah.
What if that season includes the FIFA World Cup, which this one did?
What, like Messi?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
बट मेसी का उस साल, बाकी सारे साल उसने क्या किया, मतलब
क्या किया?
apart from
फाइनल
World
में
Cup?
फाइनल में भी पहुंचा है, सब कुछ किया. Like you're talking about that
Particular
particular
year.
season.
No, but
He
like
has given good number of assists and he has like good amount of goals. Not I won't say कि उस level का Haaland level का in the club format. But then again, when you look at that guy coming from a team like PSG was last season, and then no one expected him to win the World Cup. Like obviously everyone wanted him to win the World Cup, but no one expected really कि हाँ Messi can lead Argentina there. But he did. Throughout the World Cup.
उसमें और भी प्लेयर्स थे. Are you like really going to, उनमें से बाकी लोग बैलन डोर की लिस्ट में क्यों नहीं है?
So why is Kevin De Bruyne not on the
Yeah,
list?
why is, yeah.
नहीं,
Like,
see,
ऐसे तो bro, ऐसे तो इतने
My-
midfielders है that should have won the thing like over the years, but you can't
नहीं,
put
but yeah,
everyone.
exactly.
ना.
See, that is why I'm telling you. हालैंड ने ट्रेबल जीता है तीनों, ठीक है. केन नहीं जीता. हालैंड का ये फर्स्ट सीजन था, ठीक है. उसने एलन शेरर, जो कि जिसका हम बार बार नाम लेते हैं, उसका रिकॉर्ड तोड़ा. एंड आई जस्ट फील लाइक कि इससे अच्छा सीजन हालैंड के लिए नहीं हो सकता. एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई वुड हैव लाइक वोटेड फॉर लाइक हालैंड इफ आई हैड दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी.
Yeah.
With Messi, it's like, okay, fine, we all get it. Like, Messi is a big player. आप World Cup जीते हो. But when you see with Haaland, compared with Haaland, World Cup को छोड़ के he has won everything. Everything. आप इससे ज़्यादा season एक young player से expect कर ही नहीं सकते हो. He has outdone himself. Every year there are so many people who are getting into Premier League. But हम बोलते हैं कि यार young player है अगले season या फिर 4-5 साल बाद ready होगा. But in the first fucking season,
he has done.
he did
a lot,
everything. Everything.
But there has been bad luck for Haaland this season, I feel like, because
Doesn't matter, like
no
this
bad luck as in कि Messi का World Cup वाला चीज happened at the same time. Otherwise, yes, I feel like Haaland would have been the clear
I would
winner.
say something which both
But-
of you guys won't like it, but
No, the only point I have is the World Cup holds a massive weight in terms of all these
And it's not
arguments.
just
and everything.
winning the World Cup; it's being the best player, carrying you. Other players, there were other players. Messi stepped up exactly when his team needed him. He stepped up against Mexico when they needed a goal at the most crucial moment, or they were out.
Yeah, stepping
They
in the
needed a
Netherlands.
goal. They needed a world-class performance against Croatia. Messi absolutely destroyed Croatia single-handedly. I would say single-handedly.
ठीक है.
दो गोल
Like
दो गोल फाइनल में फ्रांस के अगेंस्ट
Yeah.
एंड दैट काउंटर अटैकिंग गोल दैट सेकंड गोल द डी मरिया's
Yeah.
goal, that
Assist.
pass, that assist,
Yeah.
performed in the
The
final,
assist,
performed in the semi-final, performed in the quarter-final, crucial goal against Mexico. It takes huge amount of courage to come back from the first game when you lost that game. He promised the fans we're going to win. It takes a huge amount of courage. It takes that attitude, it takes that mentality that only a leader, only a captain can provide.
Plus,
but
I
dude,
believe
but
that
Chirag,
Messi for
don't
Argentina is more important than Haaland for City.
yeah, but
Only because of other things like motivating the players, getting them in the right mindset. Those guys worship Messi, like really,
Chirag, see,
because he
my
has
point
saved the
is,
national
Tahir,
team.
You are saying that he performed in quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. World Cup goes around for like 1.5 months, 2 months.
I knew he was going to say that.
ठीक है.
Haaland performed for a fucking year in
Okay.
every competition. क्या पेप गार्डियोला के पास क्या टीम नहीं थी?
Bro, I
They had
think-
everything, but he was that missing piece. मेसी अपने करियर के एंड में है, हालैंड अभी उतरा है अपने करियर में, एंड वो सब निकाल के ले गया. आप वर्ल्ड कप सिर्फ और सिर्फ 1.5 महीने की परफॉर्मेंस क्यों देख रहे हो यार? आप यंग प्लेयर को देखो ना जिसने साल भर परफॉर्म किया है.
Shall tell you what. I can argue this point with one simple thing.
Yeah, fine.
We're going to go back, like long back, 13 years back, when Inter Milan won the treble. Diego Milito had the same season. Diego Milito had the same season like Haaland. He wasn't even nominated.
मैंने फुटबॉल देखना चालू
अरे यार, तो for
no,
the
you
sake
can't
of the
argue with that.
argument,
नहीं,
dude,
नहीं.
you're talking about Haaland having this
to be
exceptional
very
season.
honest, to be very honest, मैं legit उस time पे I have no
अरे तो
information.
आप-
No,
मैं
but he's
बोला,
giving you that
telling you,
information.
okay, fine,
yeah.
yeah.
He's telling you. The
Diego
thing.
Milito, okay, he didn't score 36 goals. He scored 30 goals overall in a very defensive team. He scored 2 in the Champions League final. They won the treble, by the way. He was the top scorer in the Champions League, just like Haaland. He scored 2 in final, 2 in semi-final, 2 in quarterfinals, and 1 in the round of 16. Haaland didn't score in the semi-final against Real Madrid.
He didn't score in the final.
He didn't score in the final. He didn't score in the semi-final.
He scored in the semis, I think.
No,
He
no,
didn't
no,
score
no,
in
no,
the
no. I
final.
don't think he
ऐसा
did.
कुछ था.
I don't think he did.
नहीं,
He didn't score against Real Madrid.
Okay.
Diego Milito scored against Bayern Munich, the team that played final twice. Scored against Barcelona in the semi-final. Not just any Barcelona.
That
Barcelona,
was peak Barca.
peak Barcelona.
See, but that is why ना it's also about perceptions, क्योंकि जिन लोगों के पास voting rights होते हैं, what they feel is also very important.
See, this
I'm not saying
is
that
this
Messi
is where I
low.
think Thierry Henry described it the best. I was
Yeah.
watching his interview that day, and he's like,
Yeah.
it's about opinions.
Exactly.
You can't argue with
कि
opinions.
this is the
Like,
definite
yeah.
truth only. आप नहीं कर सकते वैसा.
Fine, there is a certain amount of people who get to vote, but it comes down to their opinion.
Yeah,
Yes,
in all
so-
honesty, Ballon d'Or is not accurate anyway. If you determine the best player in the
ये तो यार
world.
बहुत टाइम से ही चल रहा है.
2018 के बाद तो I realized, okay, no way in hell.
और by the
Ballon d'Or
time यार,
makes sense.
by the time मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, जब मेसी वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीत रहा था and he was winning चैंपियंस लीग, तो सब लोगों लोगों ने मेसी वोट करके मेसी को जिता दिया बिकॉज थ्रू आउट द ईयर उसका परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छा था. अभी इस साल PSG में कुछ नहीं किया लेकिन वर्ल्ड कप जीत गया. तो
Okay, so tell me this one season when Messi won during the World Cup season, he won the Ballon d'Or, and was there any other player who performed to that level in the World
नहीं,
Cup?
मैं exactly वर्ल्ड कप में.
हाँ, like right now you're talking about Haaland performing amazingly in the Premier League throughout the season, and Messi doing amazing in the World Cup, and that's why people are saying कि हाँ Messi जीते Ballon d'Or. But then talk about let's say like 2000. When was the last one? 18, right? 2018. One player who did so well as Messi did this World Cup.
See, that's not my argument. My argument is कि as a whole, if I see
in 2018 in the World Cup.
Yeah.
But
Who
Messi,
came to Messi's current World Cup performance?
there
like
is no
close
other
to.
player like
Mbappe.
Messi or Ronaldo.
How many
in the
goals?
2018 World
Yeah.
Cup. Mbappe.
Yeah, why not?
Compare the stats then. How many goals did he have?
Dude, he
You
demolished.
can't compare this.
No, but
He literally demolished
everybody.
Argentina.
He tried doing the same thing this year.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
in 2022
Yeah,
last year.
Kinda
But
did.
when he-
Kinda
Yeah,
did.
but it
Almost
didn't
there.
work out,
there.
right? It
Almost
didn't work
there.
out.
But a 19-year-old scoring 3 goals in final.
Yeah.
Sorry, against Croatia, 2 goals.
One.
No, final mein he scored 3.
Yeah.
This time.
This
huh?
time,
No, not this
What-
time.
what
not
time
this
are you
time,
talking
against
about?
Croatia. Against
one
Croatia.
goal, bro. One
That
goal.
was one goal.
सेमीफाइनल में ही परफॉर्म्ड. फाइनल में ही परफॉर्म्ड. सबको मालूम था फ्रांस की तरफ से उसको कोई भी डिफेंड नहीं कर पा रहा था. एवरीबडी वाज लाइक कि इस करना क्या है भाई.
Yeah, the game against Argentina where he ran with the
Yes.
ball. He ran with the ball. He did. भाई उसने ड्रिबल नहीं किया था. वो सिर्फ लेके भाग गया. मेरी बॉल है.
बिकॉज़ उसको
Just
मालूम
gotta
था
go.
ऑटोमेटिकली डूड यू आर इन योर लाइक डिप में है एंड मैं भाग सकता हूँ. सो एम्बापे जब वो लोग जीते वर्ल्ड कप.
Okay, but
फॉर मी सिर्फ फॉर मी इफ आई हैड द वोटिंग राइट मेरा बस ये है कि आई वुड प्रेफर अ होल ईयर एज कंपेयर टू 2 months.
okay.
दैट्स माई पॉइंट फॉर मी. यार आप हर दिन परफॉर्म करो वीक इन वीक आफ्टर. आप पूरे टाइम फिट हो. यू हैव बीन देयर. आप ट्रेनिंग सेशंस में हो.
Just because of number of games you're giving.
एग्जैक्टली. एंड यार
Okay,
वैसी
ठीक है,
टीम जो कि ऑलमोस्ट फाइनल में आ चुकी है. पेप गार्डियोला आना चाहता था फाइनल में चैंपियंस लीग के.
But,
पर नहीं हो पा रहा था कुछ ना कुछ.
And what is your final point?
I would say Haaland. See, if you look at, I'm not saying that he's not a phenomenal striker. He is. He absolutely is.
Yeah.
But when you look at how he played, look at how the number of goals that he got, why he got those goals. He's a number and he's a complete poacher. In the box,
Okay.
there is
Yeah.
not a single player who's better, second to none. Absolutely second to none. But the way he scored those goals, most of the goals were from inside the box.
Like tapping.
I would say he is by far the best number 9 in the game. But is he the best player? No, he's not the best player. Ballon d'Or is for someone who's the best player in the world. I wouldn't say Haaland is the best
Dude,
player in the world. He's the
can't
best
say
striker in
that.
the world.
You can't say
He is
that.
the best striker in the
Can't
world.
say
No
such thing,
doubt
man.
about
Why?
it.
Opinion.
He's not the
It's
best
his
player in the
opinion.
world. He is the best striker in the world. And to be
honest,
honest, I wouldn't even say he's the best striker in the world.
fine. You can
Harry
like
Kane
it.
is the best striker. in the
Yeah,
world.
you can say that.
ठीक है
But-
मेरी रील आ गई. ठीक है. Controversial opinion. No, but look,
For me, it's
this
Haaland.
is based on opinions.
Yeah.
The argument can
Yeah.
go on like it's
Yeah.
like the Messi Ronaldo thing, man. It can go on forever.
अब तो वो
It
खत्म
can
कर
still
दी
go on
debate.
forever, man. Like
अब
there are
तो
still
ना,
stats
ना,
on
ना.
Ronaldo's side and everything.
After
But
that World Cup thing, I mean with this Ballon d'Or and World Cup, अब वो debate it's always like अब थोड़ा सा मेसी हमेशा ऊपर ही
Yeah.
रहेगा. So it's not fun anymore, यार. I always used to do
Used
this
to
with
be.
my exactly like
Used to be, yeah.
because it's an endless topic, but now they have something
It's
to
like,
say कि यार हाँ
World
मेसी
Cup है ना?
World Cup है bro. Ballon d'Or ज़्यादा है रोनाल्डो से.
yeah.
तो बस यार.
Okay. So Messi's winning, Haaland is winning.
I hope so. I hope so.
You have
the
like
hope alive.
1% chance.
मैंने
like,
एक कहीं पे ये पढ़ा भी है अभी कि the only reason like it's more of a myth वाला चीज कि why Messi joined MLS because some American businessmen have promised Messi that he will be winning this Ballon d'Or. So,
Doesn't make any sense.
ऐसे तो
yeah,
बहुत
it's-
theories हैं.
exactly
यार,
right.
like, America has nothing to do with the Ballon.
I know.
Bro,
right,
America
but like-
is, see, that's the thing about America is everywhere. कहीं ना कहीं घुसा के आई जाते हैं.
हाँ, but like,
Such
ये
a-
जबरदस्ती घुसा रहे हैं
yeah,
इसमें,
नहीं, but
यार, like,
I'm not saying this यार.
हाँ, like
yeah.
people are doing this. I'm not
this
saying
is
you're
so
saying.
funny यार dude. क्या?
It's like that Hazard wala theory we were talking about. Morata wala theory.
Yeah.
Money laundering.
Yeah.
Money laundering.
Kya pata sach ho. Maybe there's a football
That
Illuminati.
makes more sense than
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Okay, so let's end the podcast here. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching the Everything Sports Podcast brought to you by Blue Tech Studio.